All right, Tarisland. Tarisland, whatever it's called. What is this game? Is it worth playing? Tell me some details about it, Nekrage, right? That's why you're here? All right, here we go. Here's my details on it. I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it, right? I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm warning you. Okay, so we first log into the game. You make a character. There's just a bunch of different characters. Let me log out real quick, and I'll show you guys. When you first get in there, you're going to make a character. It is in beta, but it is going to launch this year, which means it is the end of June. It's almost July, right? It's almost time for the game to launch. So what you see is essentially what you're going to get. There might be some bug fixes here and there, very little changes, but this is essentially the game. It's what you're going to get. What is the math on this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 classes total. We have a warrior. We have a lovely mage. We have a little Disney princess looking character. That's a priest. We have a ranger. The game does give off a little bit of a Disney vibe here and there. A bard, which can also heal and damage. Barbarian, it's one of your tanks and damage dealers. There's another tank and damage dealer. A paladin. Rogue type class, which is essentially just damage. And then a mystery class. We don't really know what it is. But I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna log into my character. The beta just started, but or yesterday. Spent some time with it, messed around with a couple characters, deleted some characters, and I said I'm gonna stick with the warrior. Okay, so here we are, right? This is like one of the starting towns. We see a bunch of players running around, which is great because we like to see that from an MMO. We like to see our players, not games where people are like, oh, Diablo 4 is an MMO. No, it's not. So we like to see this. However, it does have channels. At the very top right of the screen, you'll see where it says line 1. Yesterday, it was up to line 4, where it just continually opens up channels as more and more players get in the game. It died down real fast down to 1 channel, and this is kind of prime time. Recording this, what time is it right now? It is like 10 p.m. Eastern, so it's pretty prime time. So prime time, at least for. It's not that late, all right? So there should be a lot of players. It died down to 1 channel. So people left real fast. Okay, so we're gonna leave the main city, and I'm on my mount that I earned from a quest. And I'm gonna explore the world, which is great because that's beautiful, right? That's a pretty good looking scenery. It looks good, looks like a nice world. Oops, I just kicked myself off the mount. There's stuff to see. There's not so much stuff to do, there is stuff to see. And this game definitely does not take any inspiration at all from a popular MMO that has little sea-like creatures that runs along the shore, right? Definitely not in any way does it take anything from it. So, we're gonna attack this enemy. Hopefully I do just fine. I should be. It's only 2 of them, right? And I want you to take a look at my experience bar down here, this purple bar, right? So we're gonna come in here, and we are going to kick the crap out of them. We'll be just fine. We'll kill these 2. Alright, they're dead. Do you notice anything about the experience bar? Did you miss it? You get distracted by the combat? We're gonna do one more. Ready? We're gonna do one more. And I want you to take a close look at this experience bar when we kill this enemy. Here it goes, it's about to die. Here's my experience right down here, right where my mouse pointer is. Ready? Didn't move, did it? You know why? Because you don't get experience from anything in the game other than questing. And it sucks. It sucks. It is a long, linear main quest. Think Final Fantasy 13, where you're just your final hallway, where you're running through a straight line the entire game, essentially. That is essentially what this game is. There's very little side quests in the game during the main quest, but they all give you experience and all very important to do because that's the only way to level. So at any given point in the game, every single player in the game is at the exact same experience point. Essentially, right? It's like, oh, you did 5 quests, so I did 2, so we're at the exact same XP. It sucks. It is a horrible design. You cannot grind mobs. There's nothing to gain from killing mobs other than the occasional drop that also sucks. And you'll notice as I explore the world, there's very little players out here. There's very little reason to go out in the open world and see what there is out there, because guess what? There's almost nothing out here. There's a pretty nice, well-designed world, in my opinion. I think it looks pretty cool. It's loading up the area, so it's getting laggy. Maybe that's something they perform some updates on, performance, but it's not great as you explore. But there's almost nothing out there. It's dead. It doesn't feel great. The load distance of enemies is very small. There's no reason to kill these, no reason to kill those guys, and it just sucks. It just sucks. I'm gonna be honest. It's horrible. I'm gonna teleport to one of my quest areas real quick. I'm gonna turn in this quest. I have a quest completed, so you can see how I'm not full of it. The experience really does only go up when you turn in quests, and it's dumbfounding to me. And this is not even the worst part of the game. It's gonna get pretty bad. One thing I really dislike is you also have dungeons in the game that you can go in there with a bunch of AI controlled bots or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to call them bots because people think I'm talking about players botting the game. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this in, and you'll notice the experience goes up a little bit. I got a new shield. I'm gonna go ahead and equip it, and you generally just get crazy upgrades, and you don't really even look at the stats as you're leveling. It's just like it's an upgrade, and you take it. There's a little bit of an achievement system. They want me to do some really stupid quest right now to follow these footprints, and this is what I'm talking about. It's like the entire game feels like this, where you're just doing a straight line. You're doing some stupid quests to talk to people, do this, do that, and you get some dumb cinematics. You get some Tyrion Lannister knockoff character there. The voice acting's not horrible. Some of the lines are roughly translated, and they don't sound great. If you're into the story, it's, in my opinion, horrible, but if you're into it, that does have a story that you can listen to. At least it's voice acted. I'll say that. At least it's voice acted. There are dungeons that, again, I have to laugh at because they feel awful. Because they are... Let me see if I can pull this up. You could form a lobby where players... You know, there's some lobbies here, and they have some teams they created for various dungeons, which is cool. It's a cool little system. And you say, okay, what dungeon do you want to run? There's also raids. There are 10-man raids. That's the maximum amount of players you can have in the game, and that's for raiding and PvP. That is the maximum. It is 10 players. So you're never going to get more than that. So your guilds are kind of small. It does have a guild system in the game. You can create guilds, of course. And then it's got, like I said, the dungeons where you can create your team and say, hey, I'm going to invite my friends, I'm going to invite nearby players, I'm going to invite my guild, and you form up a team and you go run dungeons. However, why? Why do that when you can not try to wait for players, not try to find players, not invite them? You could just go in with bots, and you go into dungeon with bots, and the bots are very strong. They will always tank everything. They will never let you die. They heal. You're almost better off doing that. There's no AFK breaks. There's no, hey, I'll be right back, guys. Wait up a minute. Just go in there with bots, get the thing cleared, and keep going. There's no reason to play with players. There is just none. And then, as for the PvP, I can't tell you, because guess what? You need to essentially go through the entire game to get to it. And as far as balance goes, I've heard there are some balance issues. I have not played it. That's my honest truth on that. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, yeah, I spent a lot of time in PvP. I'm not like that. I'll tell you how it is. And I'm going to get to my most damning... look, someone's on a little flying mount. I'm going to talk about that too while I can. There's reputation in the game for factions, and it depends on the area you are. This is the canyon, and this is like an area I just started. And as you unlock certain reputations, you'll unlock stuff like your mount in the zone, an auto pathing system saying, hey, take me there, game, and you just kick back and relax as the game brings you there. This is a mobile game, by the way. It's a PC game, and you could play on your phone, mobile, still progress your character, then go home and play the same character on PC. That might sound cool to some people, but because of that mobile integration, they have stuff like auto-pathing. Stuff that mobile players really like. Flight, you can unlock, and then increased flight speed and another mount as you level these things up. I'm gonna get to the bad stuff right now. I'm gonna get to the stuff that literally makes me say, do not play this game, don't even bother. Ready? Well, we all know we hate pay-to-win MMOs, right? We hate them. We don't like them. I don't like them. I don't know if you like them. I have a certain level of hate for them that I just will not I'll not let that go. I won't ignore it. So I went ahead and pulled up some pages here about the game. This is their official website, tarisglobal.com. No pay to win. Our goal is to create high quality, sustainable game ecosystem. There are no attribute enhancing items sold, so there are no unfair diminishing of a character's combat power. What? Did I read that wrong? There are no attribute enhancing items sold, so there's no unfair diminishing of a character's combat power. Okay, that's not really what that means, but all right, whatever you say. Okay, then we're going to look down here. Free trading system. We're committed to restoring the freedom of trade in the endgame and creating an economic system that closely resembles a real market. That sounds awesome. No pay to win, a free trading system where players can just trade. And that means, what this means, by the way, is a lot of very, very important things are going to be traded between players. Items, resources, materials to craft stuff. Very, very important stuff. You're going to have something that I want. I'm going to have something you want. We're going to want to trade, and currency is going to be important. And the game is really, really big on no pay to win. You'll experience a fair and classic cross-platform MMORPG where pay to win is strictly forbidden. There's not only no pay to win, it's damn forbidden. It is against the law. Tarisland YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel, is a non-pay to win MMORPG on PC mobile featuring raids, diverse classes, and builds. So no pay to win listed there as well. Twitter. Non-pay to win, the same thing on their YouTube channel. I even loaded up their Facebook page. It's a non-pay to win MMORPG. So the game can't possibly be pay to win. Look how many times they say it's not, right? Look how many times they said not pay to win. Pay to win is forbidden. For God's sakes, you do that here, you're going to prison. You're going to prison for a long time, bud. And then you get in the game and you pull up the market. And you say, oh, that's cool. Okay, I could buy a health potion right now with my in-game currency, my silver. I could buy a hot cell pack, which is a 4-slot bag for extra inventory space. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Yep, I expanded my inventory. Great. That's using my silver, which is the in-game currency you can earn by questing and not killing monsters, though, by questing, because that's what everything... You can get it from some monsters. I'm going to be real. But questing is everything in this game. You can rename your character, but that costs money. Costs real-life money. That's what that gold is. And then we're going to go to the Trade Association tab, right? And we're going to look at some stuff here. You'll notice that in this tab, you'll have gear that's 111 gear score. That's the highest gear possible, right? 111. 111, okay, there it is right there. Available for silver. You can get the diagram, the recipes to unlock it, and they're relatively cheap there. You can get some mounts and stuff like that. And there's materials and tools and all this stuff you can buy with silver, which is great. That friendship thing's like a daily login, daily quest type stuff. So that's cool, right? Doesn't look like pay to win. Okay, well, Albion was a pay to win MMO. I'm going to go on record saying that right now. Albion was absolutely a pay-to-win MMO, and there's people that are going to fight tooth and nail to say it wasn't. Yes, it was. You could buy almost anything in the game, like nothing binds you. You can buy whatever you want, buy the strongest gear in the game, but you can lose it in PvP. Albion was a full loot PvP MMO. That automatically makes it non-pay-to-win. Bullshit! That's bull. That is a lie. Because you and I, viewer who's watching this video, who's still somehow watching this, I'm glad that you're still here, so I'm going to talk to you directly. You and I face off against each other in PvP in a game like Albion, right? And you kick the shit out of me. You kill me and you steal all my stuff. Now we rewind time. Let's say we had the ability to rewind time. We go back 2 minutes before you and I fight. Now I buy cash shop currency, I convert it to in-game currency, and I buy gear. I buy gear and I'm stronger now. And then we have that same fight occur. I beat you now, I kill you, and I steal all your stuff. I could essentially buy your inventory from you in a game like Albion. I could buy your inventory. This game, I know I'm getting a little off topic, this game does not have full loot PvP. But what it does have is this little plus button next to the silver. Here we go again. You could buy cash up currency and exchange it for silver. Lovely. Silver is very, very, very ridiculously important in this game. This game's got a very, very big focus on trading, a very big focus on getting loot from this person, getting something from that guy, making something very, very powerful, because I bought all the materials from that guy and I can craft something really, really strong. It is a pay-to-win game. It is 100% a pay-to-win game, no matter how you look at it. And let's just say, this will expand, by the way. There's going to be more in the market, of course. Actually, the market's not even active yet. This is a beta. It's not even active, but this is just the best sellers tab. Essentially, they don't even have the rest of their tab, where it's going to have a ton of stuff. It's going to have gear. It's going to have all that stuff already planned for the game. That is, sorry, I got a little distracted there. That is already planned for the game. It is a little ridiculous to come out swinging with the no pay to win. It's almost like you could say a game is there is no pay to win as long as the pay to win comes from the players. Like you buy in-game currency and buy something from the player. Oh, it's not pay to win. We didn't sell you that gear. The player sold you the gear. You just bought the currency. That is supported. You can buy the currency in the game. It's essentially like the WoW token crap all over again from day one. What a shame. What a damn shame. There's other stuff I don't really like about the game at all, but the sheer audacity to come out swinging with the pay to win is forbidden. The audacity to come swinging out with that and then deliver crap like this is just, it's unacceptable. It is. You should know better from Tencent though, right? I even said before we even got in this game, I'll believe it when I see it. Got in the game and sure enough, bull crap. Pay to win garbage. What a horrible, horrible system. Anyway, that is what it is. It is what you're going to be dealing with in the game if you do decide to play it. I will not be playing it, personally. And I also, I have to laugh at some of their settings. I go to the graphic settings, like, graphic settings, smooth, 720p, 1080p, 4K. That is not how resolution works. That is not what that is. It's not even texture resolution. It's just not. That is not resolution. So they don't even know what the heck they're talking about with that. So that's all over the place. One thing, as a big WoW player back in the day, and still I might be returning depending on what Season of Mastery 2 delivers, because the MMO world is dry. That's why I even got into here in the first place. I was excited for it. I'm going to hit numlock. I'm going to auto run. But I want to turn the camera to see what's going on behind me. Nope. I cannot do that with left click, right click, both clicks, cannot. The camera will follow your movement, and you can move it like this and then hold S. You can do something like that. You can try to move while kind of moving your camera, but know that it will partially move your character, and you can't really auto run. You can't really look around during combat, because as you're fighting in combat, the camera's essentially following where you're going. The only time you're really going to get the chance to not... I'm probably going to die here. But I'll do it. I'll jump in here anyway. The only time you're really going to get the chance to do it is if you're like this, but now you're... Well, I'm locked on. I can kind of do this, but if I turn away, he's gonna continually lock on because it is a mobile game. So you move the camera like that, but if you ever try to get that's another thing I don't like. The settings in the game allow you to kind of auto move to targets, and you could turn it off. But here we go. Look at this. So fixed camera gives you a mobile player thing where it's got this view no matter what. You can't move it up and down. So you can change it more for the free camera, which I do like. I think that's good. I'm glad they have both systems in place. And then this is on by default, which is when you hit an ability, it moves your character. I'm not doing this. It moves your character on over, and everyone's going to be using this because it's just super beneficial. And in PvP, it chases players down. It chases players down. Also, there's no dueling in the game, so that's a shame. But it'll chase players down essentially until a movement speed ability comes up, so you can charge in like that and immobilize the player and just chase him. And again, I didn't even play PvP. I'm not even gonna play it long enough to get there. It's not worth playing. It is obviously a mobile game. It is obviously a pay-to-win game. I want nothing to do with it. There's no experience grinding. There's no open world. There's no sense to the open world at all. You have to follow a quest line. You can't just go and do what you want. I'm gonna go ahead and charge this guy and kill him again. And for those of you that don't believe me, again, here's the experience bar. If you are still doubting that you don't get experience from kills, I promise you, you absolutely do not. There's the experience down there. As you saw, I got nothing, and we'll kill this guy as well. And we'll show off that you still get no experience, which is just dumbfounding to me. I cannot believe they did that. So you get absolutely nothing. There's no reason to do it. Now, last thing before we go. If you still don't believe that the game is pay to win, guess what you can do with your silver? Upgrade your abilities, and it uses your silver. All my abilities just got stronger. It just upgraded all of them, and it used silver. So you can essentially guarantee that you always have the best upgrades available by having the silver available. There is a talent tree system that you can go down. Each class does have two. This is your ultimates that you get. You can select them and choose what you want to use and blah 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 blah. So you do get some ultimates that go on Q&E. That's kind of cool. You also get, each class has 2 different specs, which is pretty cool system, you know? I mean, it's not just you're a warrior, you have to DPS. So my weapons, you'll see they changed to a one-hander and shield because I changed my spec. I can taunt for this player. I can keep enemies off them, which is cool. I like it. The combat itself is okay, but you could feel the mobile in the game. You could feel it, right? It's not a overly intense combat at all. There's an auto attack system as well, which is fine with me. It's tab target, but it is extremely simplified combat. And during the combat, you'll also notice that as you're fighting any sort of boss enemy, you'll get prompts that'll say dodge, stack together, stuff like that, where it's like you get your group to stack together because a meteor is going to come and you can split the damage. Like it's just constant prompts throughout a boss fight telling you what to do. It's just, I'm telling you guys right now, this game is, it's not worth getting into. It's not worth spending your money on. It really is not. Don't even waste your time. Stick around, do something in the meantime. Play some filler games. Play some Diablo 4 to fill in your time or something. I don't know. Pick some games and wait, because this is not our MMO savior. And we've all been waiting for that, I think. We've all been starved for MMOs. And that's why I even gave this game the time of day, is because I have been starved for MMOs. I am ridiculously sad to see a game push no pay to win, no pay to win, no pay to win, and then have the audacity to just throw in that pay to win crap. It's horrible. Map border has been reached. I'm gonna go run at the bottom of the ocean and then uninstall this game. Nope, not allowed to do that either. All right, so this is the end of Tarisland. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I hated making it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.